Hello again, now it's time for Pokemon Black and White Ever Destiny's Episode 18 review, Pokémon Harbor Patrol. We open on Ash, Iris, and Silent, and Pikachu passing the riverbank city with a new friend, In. The games enjoy working on the Unova Defense Wars movies, surprise to Serious modes, and they beat the Time Gate Traveler ones. In says, as they've been there before, there's just a movie made. I love that episode. They smell something and they see a fire. Okay, going to address the elephant in the room. Didn't think much of this episode when I was watching the raw and subtitle versions of it, but I'm approaching it differently because of two recent events. The bombing of the Boston Marathon and the factory that exploded in Texas, both this past April. This episode's up to and staff are going to be handled more seriously than it normally would be. Go purchase the fire, Ash asked Walt to use hydro pump, but Walter motions on to stay back. Instead, do want a pair of fish working to put out the fire, pushing touch fish to rescue the civilians, but they're only dummies. So the whole thing was a training exercise, and Ash calls Oshawott back. Warthog then starts jumping the other Pokemon. He shoves them out of the way before pieces of debris over the building's walls. Turns out this Warthog has vision, can see through walls underground. It remarks on his friend's parts. This person is confused. Ash clarifies the end of his Pokemon's friends, Iris, and the consensus feelings. Everyone introduces themselves, and the person introduces himself as Halsey. He sounds kind of husky. Halsey says that he's the captain of Pokemon Harbor Patrol and introduces his Pokemon. Halsey explains his job pretending people about Pokemon since he's like a Pokemon Ranger. Halsey then goes on to say here that he watches all of the ships and come to the Harbor to the Riverbank Complex. That's why I caught him at how we beat Roxy. Halsey compliments his teamwork and Duwa is angry at Warthog because he left his post. Halsey agrees, so even though he saved him, he gets against protocol even on his post. Halsey tells Warthog that his job is to stand good and keep people away from disasters. He introduces that he wants more and convinces the same Warthog on to help rescues. As I agree, and suggests Walter goes to training to get actively involved in rescue efforts. Halsey agrees. Teamwork is spying on them, wondering why In is traveling with Ash, Pikachu, and the others. First, there's a test of strength. Warthog uses strength to help. It's a really simply good move, and it's needed to move the boulders that block your path sometimes. Next, to practice breaking through walls to clear paths. Warthog uses cutter wall. Good move if you need to cut down the little shrubs that block your path. Now comes fighting fires. Warthog tries to put out the fire with sand attack. He burns himself. Got nothing. Warthog has failed the final test. With this, Halsey decides to keep a Warthog as his lookout. Ash, Iris, and Silent and voice approval. In does not. This gets him into crash ideas with Halsey. Halsey then gets a call about a fire at the industrial complex that has classic school children trapped. As I said, the Texas his factory explosion in Texas and the Boston Marathon bombing made this hard episode for me to rewatch, especially since one of the victims in Boston was an 8-year-old boy. Ash, Iris then offered to go help Halsey. Halsey at first refuses, but changes his mind when they decide to help evacuate civilians. She says he uses disaster as directions to people do. It's just opening more and more wounds, isn't it? Now comes the second half of the episode. It's going to be problematic given the disasters I mentioned. Class of school children is evacuated, but there are some workers still inside. Halsey decides to go take care of the fire, and while Ash and Warthog evacuate the workers. The workers get outside while ends and show what will happen. Halsey enters the factory with the elevator. Okay. Every piece of information on fire scene has said that's one of the things not to do. Power could go out, could be a smoke called death trap, cables to overheat and break. Reasons this is suicide in this situation are endless. So it's an electrical fire, do want to first put it out, then go check with the rest of the factory. Halsey has workers, Team Rocket Center's Pikachu. This episode's just one big funny aneurysm moment, isn't it? Ash sends out Oshawott to buy Yama's Warbet with XU helping out. Listen what frees Pikachu, Warbet uses his power and sets another fire which traps Halsey underground as the doors close. Team Rocket gets away. Oshawott tries to put out the fire, but he's not strong enough. Ash contacts Halsey about the situation. Halsey tells him to leave as the fire will spread. Ash won't leave Halsey with the fire scene to put out the fire and get him out of there. Island is just digging Halsey out. However, Exeter's ship hits a rock he can't get through. He gets Warthog to guide Exeter on where to dig. He soon breaks the passage wall. Can't dig through the rock, but he can dig through concrete walls. Osha's getting tired. Halsey is free and has Dewop, Village, and Warthog put out the fire. Halsey glad and helped Warthog get them out, and is glad Warthog wants to help. Ash, Iris, and then help to right wounds. So, how does this episode fare? Well, apart from real life disasters making this much harder to watch, I'll be blunt. I like this episode better when it was called Team Eevee and the Pokemon Rescue Squad. Though N does reveal more of his ideals here, Halsey is simply not as good a character as Virgil. Also, the EV episode displayed better knowledge of basic safety procedures than this episode did. In short, this was not a good episode, but it was made worse by real-life events that hit very close to home. My final rating, 2 stars out of 4. Next episode will be much better. I'm also still working on the 50 subscriber special on the 400th episode. See you, Space Cowboy.